Hello. Welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Age the Veilguard. This that makes me smile. That makes me smile every damn time. Welcome to my playthrough of Dragon Age the Veilguard. This is the second episode. The first episode was spent creating my Rook and my Inquisitor, and I gave some background on the characterization of my rooks, which would actually help you understand her better. I am playing as Larima Ladair, short from Ari, or rather, our friends call her Ari, and I'm ready to dive back into this world. Like I said in that video, I would be moderating the comments because I have noticed, and I'm certain everybody in the fandom has done so, that there have been an influx of people who are not really a fan of the game and have been doing their damnedest to ruin the experience for everybody else. So therefore, I will be moderating the comments. But not to worry about it. It's just for me to approve the comments before they go live because I don't want anybody being absolute a-holes or trying to ruin the experience for you. And so therefore, I would moderate the comments. It might take like say 12 hours for you to for your comments to read, but that's the maximum amount of time it might take for me to get to it to approve it. But I will do so and I would approve it and hopefully respond to it as well. But yes, thank you for coming along with me on this, and I am excited to jump back into the world of Thedas with Dragon Age of Veilguard. Let's continue game. It's so pretty. So, like I said, the first episode was just creating Rook and
Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
the first episode was creating Rook and the Inquisitor, and we got to the bar scene fight, and now we are going out to find Neve Gallus. This is the part of the game that a lot of us have watched that BioWare released shortly after that trailer, so I already know most of what is happening, but I do love.
Are we in more of a hurry to get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Neve Gallus and stop Solas.
Androst, I bless you.
Why is Ari giving a beggar money? Because, like I stated when I was creating her, she used to be Tevinter. She used to be a city elf, and she used to be a slave to one of the Tevinter magisters, and so therefore she does really know what it is like to have nothing and to be treated as such. So let's get going. Ooh, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. I want to take a quick photo mode. um, Let me see. I want to take a quick shot. Like this. This is pretty, is it not? I don't want to see this because I don't want you interfering with the beauty. Uh, okay. Now it's very funny because I'm like, okay, hmm, okay, so, I am, I'm over here like, what? Oh, no, why did I go back? Ugh. Mm-hmm. It's so weird. It's so weird because there's nothing. Okay, hold up. Let me see. Sorry. So I do want to attempt to take a picture of my darling girl against this backdrop. Like, this game is so pretty. Right? This game is so pretty. Isn't it pretty? Okay, sorry. Going back. Thank you. I've taken a picture. Let's follow let's follow. I was about to say Garrus. Oh my god.
You still think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've gotta help her.
She's so pretty.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we...
Oh.
Crap.
Oh crap.
Too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solas before it finishes. Let's go! Harding's this way. She'll get us to Dumat Plaza, then Neve will get us to Solas.
Ooh.
The veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
When the veil comes down completely?
And the
Oh,
whole
shit.
world is going to look a lot like this. Come on, this way. It should get us to Harding.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the door as quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
I love that.
You two, are you okay?
Huh? So, once again, like I said, Larima is somebody that is, charming. She's happy-go-lucky, usually doesn't ruffle much unless you really push her, or unless she's having a bad day. But like I stated when I was talking about her background, and sorry, I am having a malt drink today. That is so good. So, like I was saying, because of her background, she does have a weakness, a fondness for dwarves because her adopted father is one. And so I already know that she's going to be besties with Arden, and she's most certainly going to be besties with Tosh because Tosh is family. Tosh is also a Lord of Fortune. So because of that, her tone with Hardin is going to be her being more like when she talks to Hardin, she's always going to pick the dialogue that is her being vulnerable, because to her she's already put Hardin in that light. So here is her being honest about feeling a little, because like I said, she's not been having a very good day, let's be honest.
That was a lot of demons. The Archon's palace was taking shots at us too.
Gets the blood pumping.
We got my gear?
Right over there. Where's Neve Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages. but their
But
timing
timing
stinks.
sticks.
The bar owner said the Venatori took Neve to Dumat Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Not a problem. I saw Dumat Plaza while I was scouting the area, and it was crawling with Venatori. Follow me.
Her lovely freckles.
We've got company.
Also, this is my first attempt playing a warrior in a Dragon Age game. I always play rogue and then followed by mage, but this is my... Oh, thank you. Okay, so because this is my first time playing as a warrior, you all are going to see me die a lot until I get used to this. I'm used to the quick moves, dodging and parrying, of not even parrying, but just dodging and like striking from the shadows of the rogue, or like long distance with the mage. But the warrior has to be at the thick of things, and this girl does not do thick of things. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's get to it then. Up to 4 times. So use your light attack up to combat bases. Perform a light attack. With use your. I just use it as a square. Use your light attack up to 4 times in a row to create an attack chain. The last hit is a final attack and deals increased damage. Okay. Oh. L1.
I think that's the last of them.
Okay.
Let's get to Dumat Plaza and find Neve.
Yeah. I'm not drinking a...
Patch yourselves up if you need it.
I'm not drinking a...
If Solas tears down the veil, doesn't that destroy
Fine.
everything?
Solas always
'Cause-
talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
That world existed before the Veil. Let's bring it back.
Even if his ritual kills
Oh,
us
okay.
all in the process. Oh no, I think that's Dumat Plaza.
Oh, shit.
They're the ones who made trouble in the past.
Okay.
Venatori cultists.
I hate these assholes.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
Looks like the Venatori put up a barrier to block the way.
Okay. Okay.
Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
Back in the Lords of Fortune, we refuse to take jobs from them. We'll take jobs from almost anybody.
Something always left standard.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Guess we're sliding down.
By striking enemies. Okay. That was so cool. Ha ha ha.
Another barrier. But it looks like Neve's work, not the Venatori's.
That was so cool. Oh, look at my baby girl. Not the worst
Not the
timing.
worst timing.
Neve Gallus.
It's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Neve Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solas. Neve, meet Rook. Harding and I found her a while back. Thought we could use an expert on trouble.
Rook, like the chess piece?
One of the strongest pieces on the board, but she tends to think in straight lines.
Okay. So, like I said, still characterizing because I'm role playing as her. With Hardin, she's immediately friendly, chummy because, you know, like I said, she has a soft spot for dwarven people. With Varric has been a friend for a while. So, of course, her conversation with him, she's going to choose the funny ha-ha, but she's not a by-the-book direct person. So, yeah, you rescued yourself, I see.
We came prepared for a rescue. Looks like you were way ahead of us.
A rescue? You're sweet.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solas in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
All citizens in the canal district must remain in their homes.
So if we do catch Solas, or the Dread Wolf, or whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring
Okay.
down the veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us?
That's the hope.
I can't loot anybody.
Straight up fight, we're dead.
I wanted to loot things. Oh, okay. Thank you, because I was like,
We can slide down the...
I'm getting too old for this.
okay. Thank you.
There. That's the building I tracked Solas to.
Looks like the Venatori also found it. And then demons found them.
Uh-oh. So, R1 is for my driving kick, right? If I use the light attack multiple times, like 4 times in a row, I can do like some chain attack. But R1 is for my kick. R2 is to use my shield toss. And I can charge the attack by holding R2 to increase its damage. Okay.
Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it.
How come there's no more thingy? Because I think I'm about to die. No more green stuff. Fucking hell. Fuck my life. Nothing else to take to see. Oh, Minrathous looks so pretty.
We should head back. Solas is probably inside.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fine. I'll pay. Role-playing purposes, we're in a hurry to stop Solas, so... Wait. Okay.
So this is the Dreadwolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solas has been around longer than Minrathous itself.
So out of... Because I thought, I was like, I can't see any way, but... Okay. You know, so let's see. Everywhere is so dark. Okay, so because I was like, everywhere is so dark. Also, my sense of direction is shit in real life, so...
Broken chains. Solas is freeing slaves.
Solas hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people. He was trying to help them.
Okay, so I would say, following my role playing, this discovery, this realization has led to Larima thinking of Solas in a bit more favorable terms because of this. So.
What do you see?
No sign of Solas. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
The way her hair moves. The air physics. Oh my gods.
Ancient elves doing something to a dragon, I think?
Yeah. Trying to control it, maybe?
Solas said the other elven gods were evil. If they were binding dragons, he was right about that much, at least.
Okay.
More demons.
Where? Awesome. Because I'm like, I was saying... Right? Because I was like... I was thinking that how come I can't see any more green pots? Like, yo. This girl dies like... Okay.
Locked. There must be a way to open it. Let's look around.
Okay. That means I was right the way I was going.
Magic. Solas used a lot of power for something.
Solas, the Dreadwolf Fen Harel. He's got a lot of names.
I always called him Chuckles.
Yes, you did, Varric. Yes, you did. Ugh. Okay. Uh-huh.
Nice work.
Let's see what's on the other side.
Okay. Because I was wondering, I was like, I want to use. It's so pretty. Okay. Thank you, Solas, for being my rich uncle, giving me all the money. Because, like, this girl is broke. This is early game. We don't have money for anything. So there's nothing else for me to steal from you. My dude. Yo. Your ex-girlfriend said you were very generous. Like, Lavelin was like, you got money and shit. Ooh. Okay.
This the big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook?
It's called an eluvian. They're elven and very old.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another. Solas uses them to get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
For context, because I know, like, Rook isn't going to know this. I understand why they're telling me this, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm playing a city elf. Okay, fine, not all city elves will know eluvians. Even, you know, Lavella didn't know what an eluvian was. Morrigan had to tell her in Inquisition. Upsetting. But at the same time, I'm like, oof.
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
No, we're
I know
not.
these trees. This is
It's Arlathan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
Am I gonna die?
I thought the demons were bad back in Minrathous.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Yeah, but like, yo, why can't I find another jar? I'm about to die. Okay, awesome. I can see another jar. Thank you. Any other jar around? No other jars? No more jars? No more money? Meh, no more money.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
Hahaha. Because, like I said, she's a two-handed warrior. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm like, she's too squishy right now. She's level 1.
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. Might want to hurry.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, awesome. So I can heal myself because there is another port. Ha 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 ha! Oh, with A.
Nothing compared to how many will get if Solas finishes his ritual.
Haha. I saw the pride demon.
We have to stop this demon quickly.
Watch the lightning!
Shit! Why can't I escape this dude? Shit.
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sensed Solas's ego.
Okay, that was so close. I have never fought a pride demon as a warrior before.
Let's get to Solas.
Never. I have never fought a pride demon as a warrior before. Usually it's I give them range and I attack. What the fuck? Why I play as a rogue and I move much faster than whatever that was.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solas isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solas needs someone to sell him another option to help him
Justify changing his mind. I've watched this clip so many times. So many times in anticipation of today. Now, if I'm role-playing Larima, Ari, like I said in the first episode, once again, if you have not watched it yet, you should. I know it's very long, but it does give you a lot of context with how I intend to role-play her in this game. But like I said, then she's somebody that is very big on family and friends, and you know, once you have a chosen family, she's all about supporting them. And so therefore, to her, Varric is doing what she thinks is necessary, and so she's going to encourage him.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
But Hardin, why did you disapprove?
More demons.
The F is X.
For me. Hey, Chuckles.
Hope I'm not interrupting. Solas! That is my man, y'all! That is my man! Yes, I'm a Solas master, I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not.
Alright. Let's buy him some time.
I hope Varric is getting through to Solas.
Better talk fast. We can't hold these demons up forever.
Okay. Because I was like, my health is empty and there's no more green jars. That is a very ugly ass mallet, but it gets the job done.
Inflicted upon this world, it
Must be healed.
By drowning the world in
Demons?
I have
Taking precautions to minimize the damage, Varric. Minimize the...
Minimize the
People are dying.
people are dying right now.
You need to listen.
Please.
Eyes flash. That's my man. My boyfriend is a god.
People are always
He's dying. It's what they do.
It is what they do.
Nisia is coming to kick your ass. She's coming to kick your ass, Solas.
We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solas.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is
It's
suicide.
suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Once again, going back to role playing, Hardin is a dwarf, and so she would trust her instinctively to have her back. Neve is somebody that she's just meeting for the first time, and Ari is charming and stuff, but she does have a little bit like certain trust issues. You have to be in that inner caucus for her to really completely 100% trust you. So Hardin is going with her.
Let's go, Harding. Neve, keep the demons off us.
You got it.
Okay, so once again, ugh.
This is it.
Bring down that scaffolding!
Why? Why tear down the veil? Knowing all the lives it'll cost.
We shared a journey
Years ago. Do you believe I would do this if there were some other option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling. We need to push it.
I'm with you.
Together. Now!
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Are you sure about that, boyfriend? Are you sure about that? Because I don't think you planned for Rook, so... Okay. No, 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 no. What was that? But Varric, no. Neve, but like, Hardin. Varric, what happened to Varric? Where's in the heart? Okay, they're still bringing him. If they are dragging him, then that means there's some hope that he survived. Please, please, please let him have survived. Rook is bleeding. Rook is bleeding. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
You have no idea what you have done.
Solas.
Solas? I know
It's
what
sexy.
I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
Sexy. Now, how would Larimar play this, right? Well, she is a firm believer in what she's seen things, so she can't believe it. But like I said, she's had a very long day. And now she's injured, so she would like to wake up.
So all I have to do to get away from you is wake up?
And how much experience do you have willing yourself from sleep to wakefulness?
Can't be that hard.
While you practice, perhaps you would like to hear about the consequences of your actions.
Meaning?
Uh-oh.
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
So now, Larima feels guilty because she did see things that she does not have any interpretation for. But she still doubts, so
How am I supposed to trust anything you're saying?
You saw them escape from my prison.
she
I
did.
also saw you bringing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric.
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
That is true.
Those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
Fucking asshole. Like I said, she's a fighter.
We stopped you. We'll stop them.
I had a ritual dagger of pure lyrium. My network of mirrors could take me from the Lighthouse across the world in moments. Right now, you seem to have neither. Do you intend to knock over a statue during their ritual?
Well, I don't intend to take advice from the elven god of lies.
Quite right.
Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This
Uh-oh.
is your responsibility now.
No, 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 no. Fuck.
Why? Why tear down the veil? Listen.
Want me to take the shot?
No idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well,
He's alive.
who's still with us?
Varric, you're okay. But I saw Solas stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'll take more than a flesh wound to stop me.
That is not a flesh wound.
Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
What exactly happened?
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solas. But of course, he wasn't listening. He never does.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Neve got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly. And before you start worrying, Harding will be fine. She's made of sterner stuff than either one of us. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
We're telling... But she does feel guilty, so she's going to say she's sorry.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should
You
have...
worked with what you had. And you succeeded, by the way. World isn't drowning in demons.
Uh-oh.
It isn't over, though. We trapped Solas in the Fade, but something else got out. Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. Like the unfortunate business involving a corrupt noble and that ancient evil. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solas mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook? You're awake.
No!
Sorry, I didn't mean
Harding!
to barge in. I was just looking for elf fruit.
No, it's fine. I was just going to stretch my legs.
Oh, Rook. Watch your step out there. If you put a foot wrong, you'll fall forever. Yeah, on top of everything else, the eluvian took us to the Fade. The place where dreams come from, so... that. Yeah.
Then I really need to look around.
Yeah, you should. And we should talk about things. Maybe find Neve. She's outside, looking around. There's a room with a table down the stairs. I'll meet you there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep.
Oh.
See you later, kid.
My first trophy! Bonus items. Use the wardrobe to claim your rewards. Your account has been granted bonus items. View new appearances for you and your companions at the wardrobe. Some rewards require further story progress to become available. This is because I got the deluxe edition, isn't it? That I pre-ordered the deluxe edition, so it's probably deluxe. Oh, the cosmetics. I hope. Oh, that would be so cool because that wooden mallet-looking thing is just eh. Okay, so let's come here. Hmm. The blood dragon armor. Oh, is that a wardrobe? Oh. Look at all the things I could get. Okay, okay, okay. Oh. So hold up, let me see. Bella Bella Bellanaris means oh, there are so many things that are popping up. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh. Bellanaris means eternity, which is roughly the age of this golden elven armor. Arelan's bolts, spaced plates fixed to fine leathers and lined with brushed cotton. Now, these are all cosmetics, so I know that they're not necessarily going to boost anything. I'm still using technically level 1 armor, but maybe it would look better. With brushed cotton, ensure silence for a rogue whose deeds alone must be remembered. Mantle of the Blood Dragon. Once worn by a great assassin, the crimson mark on his chest is indelible. Plate of the Blood Dragon. Once worn by a great hero, the crimson mark on his front can never be removed. Oof. Yeah, it's. I don't know if I like this particular armor though, but. So that's for a mage, named after the elven word for freedom. These heavy leather robes with golden accents are fit for a god or a mage whose power rivals one. Vestments once worn by a great mage, their crimson mark would never fade. So, repurpose materials from various raids made for a custom and most practical garments. So let me see. Oh, this is my indoor work. One pleats. This is what I was wearing. Right. Oh, okay. So, hmm. So much outfits that I could possibly get. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Okay, so let us see. Let us, yeah, so. Sword of the Fallen. So, let's see. Aha. There you go. Like, I know it's useless because it's just cosmetics, but that looks much better, does it not? Let's see if there are any shields. Oh, this is just champion, so I think I'll rather give that to Davrin when we get Davrin. So, like I said, formal wear. Casual wear, sorry. Okay, so awesome. Let's see. Oh, mirror of transformation. That is if I wanted to reset my rook or change something with regards her. Um oh, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. Oh my god. Like I said, I'm going to be reading a lot because I am taking my time with this. um so yes. Introduction to the Lighthouse. Once, the lighthouse was a place of learning, with tools to study the secret workings of great magic. When Solus rebelled against those who called themselves our gods, the lighthouse became its center of operations, with tools to study the best ways to free ourselves from the tyranny of the Evanurus. You are safe here, both those of flesh and those of fade. Any who wish to help are welcome. The magic of the lighthouse will provide for your needs, see to your comfort, and even help you understand different tongues. For those who escaped here from distant parts of the empire, should you have any other needs, ask for the slow arrow, and I will help. Bella-san. Oh, oh, I can't stop crying. Oh my god. Um, a letter dated 6 months ago. Ladere. The good news is that you got out of that ruined temple and stopped that artifact from falling into Venatori hands. The bad news is that the Riveni noble who tried to double cross you and ended up dead for it is the queen's cousin. Shit. We've got Riveni officials who want to take you in for questioning. Not to mention all the Venatori who want your head for costing them the artifact. So here's what we're gonna do. You and Varric are already getting along swimmingly, so we're extending your mission with him for a bit. He's searching for someone, some mage passing himself off as an old elven god. He'll fill you in. I stopped listening when there wasn't any treasure involved. This works out for everyone. Vari gets a lot of fortune treasure hunter who knows ancient ruins better than anyone, and you get out of you get out of Rivain for a bit. Just until the heat dies down. We'll see you when the job's done. For Golden Globe. Isabella? Isabella is here? Oh my god! No way. The oh, we're gonna be reading a lot. This second episode is going to be you all hearing my voice. So, for your sake, I hope you love the sound of me reading to you, because if not, this is about to be messy. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I need to stop apologizing. No, I'm not sorry. Like, this is part of what you get on my channel, and I hope you enjoy it. So, yeah. So, the Anderfels. The Anderfels are a land of shocking extreme. It is the most desolate place in all of the world. But two blights have left great expanses of the steppes, so completely devoid of life that corpses cannot even decay there. No insect or grub will ever reach them. It is a land filled with wonders like the Murdain with its gigantic white statue of Our Lady carved into its face, her hands outstretched and bearing an eternal flame, or Weishaupt fortress with its walls of living rock towering over the desolate plains below. The Anders, too, are a people of extremes, the most devout priests and the most deadly soldiers, the poorest nation in the world and the most feared. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. You know, I read all of this, the world of Thedas. I read it in every single game. And I'll still read it every single time because it's part of the world building, and I just find it fascinating the way in which, they wrote it. Andraste, Bride of the Maker. There was once a tiny fishing village on the waking sea that was set upon by the Tevinter Imperium, which enslaved the villagers to be sold in the markets of Minrathous, leaving behind only the old and the infirm. One of the captives was the child, Andraste. She was raised in slavery in a foreign land. She escaped, then made the long and treacherous journey back to her homeland alone. She rose from nothing to be the wife of an Alamari warlord. Each day she sang to the gods, asking them to help her people who remained slaves in Tevinter. The false gods of the mountain and the winds did not answer her, but the true God did. The Maker spoke. He showed her all the works of his hands, the Fade, the world, and all the creatures therein. He showed how our men had forgotten him, lavishing devotion upon mute idols and demons, and how he had left them to their fate. But her voice had reached him and so captivated him that he offered her a place at its side, that she might rule all of creation. But Andraste would not forsake her people. She begged the Maker to return to save. She begged the Maker to return to save his children from the cruelty of the Imperium. Reluctantly, the Maker agreed to give man another chance. Andraste went back to her husband, Mafarath, and told him all that the Maker had revealed to her. Together they rallied the Alamari and marched forth against the mage lords of the Imperium, and the Maker was with them. The Maker's sword was creation itself, fire and flood, famine and earthquake. Everywhere they went, Andraste sang to the people of the Maker, and they heard her. The ranks of Andraste's followers grew until there were a vast tide washing over the Imperium. And when Mafarath saw that the people loved Andraste and not him, a worm grew within his heart, gnawing upon it. At last the armies of Andraste and Mafarath stood before the very gates of Minrathous, but Andraste was not with them, for Mafarath had schemed in secret to hand Andraste over to the Tevinter. For this the Archon would give Mafarath all the lands to the south of the Waking Sea. And so before all the armies of the Alamari and of Tevinter, Andraste was tied to a stake and burned, while her earthly husband turned his armies aside and did nothing, for his heart had been devoured. But as he watched the pyre, the Archon softened. He took pity on Andraste and drew his sword and granted her the mercy of a quick death. The Maker wept for his beloved, cursed Mafarath, cursed mankind for their betrayal, and turned once again from creation, taking only Andraste with him. And Our Lady sits still at his side, where she still urges him to take pity on his children. From the sermons of Justinia II. The way in which every single time I reread the mythology of Andraste and the Maker, I'm like, it's so filled with so much pseudo-Christian, I don't want to call it propaganda, right? Form of storytelling. And I'm just like, my religious trauma just jumps in every single time I have to read it, because I'm like, ugh, I have thoughts. I really do have thoughts. So, but also, it would always be icky for me that like a god was like, you human, you mortal, be my wife. even though you already have a husband, be my wife. Like, the story is very interesting, but yeah. Ah. Antiva. In the rest of the civilized world, it is common belief that Antiva has no king. I assure you, gentle readers, that this is untrue. The line of kings in Antiva has remained unbroken for 2,500 years. It is simply that nobody pays any attention to them whatsoever. In truth, the nation is ruled by a collection of merchant princes. They are not princes in the literal sense, but heads of banks, trading companies, and vineyards. Their power is conferred strictly by wealth. But Antiva is not primarily renowned for its peculiar form of government, nor for its admittedly unparalleled wines. Antiva is known for the House of Crows. Since Antiva is well known for being good at everything but fighting, it is more than a little ironic that Antiva possesses the most deadly assassins in the world. Their fame is such that Antiva keeps no standing army. No king is willing to sorry, no king is willing to order his troops to assault her borders. And no general is mad enough to lead such an invasion. The attack would likely succeed, but its leaders will not see the day. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. Alathan Part 1. Before the ages were named or numbered, our people were glorious and eternal and never changing. Like the great oak tree, they were constant in their traditions, strong in their roots, and ever reaching for the sky. They felt no need to rush when life was endless. They worshipped their gods for months at a time. Decisions came after decades of debate, and an introduction could last for years. From time to time, our ancestors would drift into centuries-long slumber. But this was not death, for we know they wandered the fading dreams. In those ages, our people called all the land Elvenan, which in the old language means place of our people. And at the center of the world stood the great city of Alathan, a place of knowledge and debate where the best of the ancient elves would go to trade knowledge, greet old friends, and settle disputes that had gone on for millennia. But while our ancestors were caught up in the forever cycle of ages, drifting through life at what we today would consider an intolerable pace, the world outside the lush forest and ancient trees were changing. The humans first arrived from Pavolen to the north, called Shemlen or Quicklings by the ancients. The humans were pitiful creatures whose lives blinked by in an instant. When they first met the elves, the humans were brash and warlike, quick to anger and quicker to fight, with no patience for the unhurried pace of elven diplomacy. But the humans brought worse things than war with them. Our ancestors proved susceptible to human diseases, and for the first time in history, elves died of natural causes. What's more, those elves who spent time battering and negotiating with humans found themselves aging, tainted by the humans' brash and impatient lives. Many believed that the ancient gods had judged them unworthy of their long lives and cast them down among the quicklings. Our ancestors came to look upon the humans as parasites, which I understand is similar to the way the humans see our people in the cities. The ancient elves immediately moved to close Elvenan off from the humans for fear that this quickening effect would crumble the civilization. From the fall of Alathan, as told by Gisharel, keeper of the Ralafarin clan of the Daily Shelves. Alathan, Part 2. You ask what happened to Alathan. Sadly, we do not know. Even those of us who keep the ancient lore have no record of what truly happened. What we have are accounts of the days before the fall, and a fable of the whims of the gods. The human world was changing, even as the elves slept. Clans and tribes gave way to a powerful empire called Tevinter, which, and for what reason we do not know, moved to conquer Elvenan. When they breached the great city of Alathan, our people, fearful of disease and loss of immortality, chose to flee rather than fight. With magic, demons, and even dragons at their behest, the Tevinter Imperium marched easily through Alathan, destroying homes and galleries and amphitheaters that had stood for ages. Our people were corralled as slaves, and human contact quickened their veins until every captured elf turned mortal. The elves called to their ancient gods, but there was no answer. As to why the gods didn't answer, our people left only a legend. They say that Fenharel, the Dreadwolf and Lord of Tricksters, approached the ancient gods of good and evil and proposed a truce. The gods of good would remove themselves to heaven, and the lords of evil will exile themselves into the abyss. Neither group ever again to enter the other's lands. But the gods did not know that Fenharel had planned to betray them, and by the time they realized the Dreadwolf's treachery, they were sealed in their respective realms, never again to interact with the mortal world. It is a fable, to be sure, but those elves who traveled the beyond claim that Fenharel still roams the world of dreams, keeping watch over the gods lest they escape from their prisons. Whatever the case, Alathan had fallen to the very humans our people had once considered mere pests. It is said that the Tevinter Magisters used their great destructive power to force the very ground to swallow Alathan whole, destroying eons of collected knowledge, culture, and art. The whole of elven lore, left only to memory, from the fall of Alathan, as told by Gisharel, keeper of the Ralafarin clan of the Daily Shelves. Beyond the veil, spirits and demons. It is challenging enough for the casual observer to tell the difference between the Fade and the creatures that live within it, let alone between one type of spirit and another. In truth, there is little that distinguishes them, even for the most astute mages. Since spirits are not physical entities and are therefore not restricted to recognizable forms or even having a form at all, one can never tell for certain what is alive and what is merely part of the scenery. It is therefore advisable for the inexperienced researcher to greet all objects he encounters. Typically, we misuse the term spirit to refer only to the benign or at least less malevolent creatures of the Fade. But in truth, all the denizens of the realm beyond the veil are spirits. As the chant of light notes, everything within the Fade is a mimicry of our world. A poor imitation, for the spirits do not remotely understand what they are copying. It is no surprise that much of the Fade appears like a manuscript translated from Tevinter into Elysian and back again by drunken initiates. In general, spirits are not complex, or rather, they are not complex as we understand such things. Each one seizes upon a single facet of human experience: rage, hunger, compassion, hope, etc. This one idea becomes the identity. We classify as demons those spirits who identify themselves with darker human emotions and ideas. The most common and weakest form of demon one encounters in the Fade is the rage demon. They are much like perpetually boiling kettles. For they exist only to vent hatred, but rarely have an object to hate. Somewhat above these are the hunger demons, who do little but eat or attempt to eat everything they encounter, including other demons. This is rarely successful. Then there are the sloth demons. These are the first intelligent creatures one typically finds in the Fade. They are dangerous only on those rare occasions that they can be induced to get up and do harm. Desire demons are more clever and far more powerful, using all forms of bribery to induce mortals into their realms. Wealth, love, vengeance, whatever lies closest to your heart. The most powerful demons yet encountered are pride demons, perhaps because they, among all their kind, most resemble men. From Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons by enchanter Medromel. The Crows and Queen Madrigal. The first crow refused to speak, even when we put hot coals to the soles of his feet and peeled the skin off of his face and hands with a paring knife. He opted instead to chew through his own he opted instead to chew through his own tongue and choke to death on the blood. The second captive repeated what we already knew. Queen Madrigal went on a hunt and did not appear for the evening's festivities. Her body was later found with 4 steel swords through the chest. I asked what he knew about one of the 4 swords being a replica of Asarian's Sword of Mercy. He had not heard about that, or at least claimed as much. He later died on the rack, smiling slightly. The third crow must have realized he would not leave the dungeon alive. He seemed to hope that by hanging Master Fiore, he would earn himself a quick death. The crow tried our patience with pithy comments while Master Fiore was trying to work. At one point, he made a remark about Fiore's mother, which I shall not repeat here. I will admit to feeling admiration for his ability to retain a capacity for coherent speech and even some wit while under extreme duress. Amidst all his useless chatter, this third crow did raise an important point. His guild had a reputation to uphold. They are ruthless, efficient, and discreet. How would they maintain such notoriety if agents routinely revealed the names of employers with something as banal as torture? This gave me pause. I called for a halt to the session. After some thought, I stabbed the man through the heart and set the 4th and 5th crew captives free. If there's a confession to be extracted, it will not be done with pain. I recommend we abandon this course of action. A report by Captain Aristide, tasked with investigating the assassination of Queen Madrigal of Antiva. The Daily Shelves. I took the road north from Val Royal towards Nevarara with a merchant caravan. A scant 2 days past the Elysian border, we were beset by bandits. They struck without warning from the cover of the trees, hammering our wagons with arrows, killing most of the caravan guards instantly. The few who survived the arrow storm threw their blades and charged into the trees after our attackers. We heard screams muffled by the forest and then nothing more of those men. After a long silence, the bandits appeared. Elves covered in tattoos and dressed in hides, they looted all the supplies and valuables they could carry from the merchants and disappeared back into the trees. This, I was informed later, were the Dalish, the wild elves who lurk in the wilderness on the fringes of settled lands, preying upon travelers and isolated farmers. These wild elves have reverted to the worship of their false gods and are rumored to practice their own form of magic, rejecting all human society. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. Ferelden culture. The Fereldans are a puzzle. As a people, they are one bad day away from reverting to barbarism. They repelled invasions from Tevinter during the height of the Imperium with nothing but dogs and their own obstinate disposition. They are the coarse, willful, dirty, disorganized people who somehow gave rise to our prophet, ushered in an era of enlightenment, and toppled the greatest empire in history. There are a few things you can assume safely in dealing with these people. First, they value loyalty above all things, beyond wealth, beyond power, beyond reason. Second, although they have nothing in their entire country which you are likely to think at all remarkable, they are extremely proud of their accomplishments. Third, if you insult their dogs, they are likely to declare war. And finally, the surest sign that you have underestimated the Ferelden's is that you think you have come to understand them. Empress Celine I of Olay, in a letter to her newly appointed ambassador to Denerim. There is precious little we know about Fenarel, but they say he did not care for our people. Elganan and Mithal created the world as we know it. Andrew taught us the ways of the hunters, Celessi and June gave us fire and crafting, but Fenarel kept to himself and plotted the betrayal of all the gods. And after the destruction of Alathan, when the gods could no longer hear our prayers, it is said that Fenharel spent centuries in far corner of the earth, giggling madly and hugging himself in glee. The legends say that before the fall of Alathan, the gods we know and revere fought an endless war with others of their kind. There is not a Haren among us who remembers these others. Only in dreams do we hear whispered the names of Geldoran and Denethel and Anaris, for they are the forgotten ones, the gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence. In ancient times, only Fenharel could walk without fear among both our gods and the forgotten ones. For although he is kin to the gods of the people, the forgotten ones knew of his cunning ways and saw him as one of their own. And that is how Fenharel tricked them. Our gods saw him as a brother, and they trusted him when he said that they must keep to the heavens while he arranged a truce. And the forgotten ones trusted him also when he said he could arrange for the defeat of our gods. If only the forgotten ones would return to the abyss for a time. They trusted Fenharel, and they were all of them betrayed. And Fenharel sealed them away so they could never again walk among the people. From the tale of Fenharel's triumph, as told by Gisharel, keeper of the Ralafarian clan of the Daily Shelves. The Fade. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind, for as long as men have dreamed. I'm wondering why all of this codex was unlocked at the exact same time. Right? Because this is so weird. I think maybe I'll read 9 now and then continue the rest of the story, because this is a lot to read at the same time. The study, especially because we've read this before. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind, for so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting path, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart, always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an attempt to map the terrain of the Fade. An ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can. And as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, peoples, and events, which, like the reflection in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. From Tranquility and the Role of the Fade in Human Culture by first enchanter Josephus. The Deep Roads. There isn't a dwarf alive who remembers the deep roads as they once were. They were the network of tunnels that joined the Thags together. To be honest, it isn't even right to give them such a simple term as tunnels. God damn. They are works of art, with centuries of planning demonstrated in the geometry of their words, of their walls, with the statues of the paragons that watch over travelers, with the flow of lava that keeps the deep roads lit and warm. The cloud gazers up on the surface talk of the imperial highway built by the magisters of old, a raised walkway that crossed thousands of miles, something that could only have been built by magic. Perhaps it is comparable to the deep roads, although we dwarves didn't need magic. I suppose it doesn't matter now. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. The Darkspawn rule the deep roads now. When Ozma sealed off the entrances to the deep roads, abandoning everything that lay out there, we handed over the kingdom that was to those black bastards forever. To think they are genlocks crawling over Boanamauna. To think they are genlocks crawling over crawling over Baunama now, tearing down our statues and defiling our greatest works. Corruption covers everything we built out there. Every dwarf who goes out and comes back says it gets worse with each passing year. The foulness spreads a little further. And the cloud gazers think the darkspawn are gone just because they aren't spilling out onto the surface. Huh. One day when Ozma is gone for good, they will find out differently. Those darkspawns won't have anywhere else to go but up, and they will do it. The surface folk would have themselves a blight that would never end. Transcript of a conversation with a member of the Dwarven mining caste in the 90th year of the Blessed Age. That's the last of the world of data that I'm reading for this. I think I might do 9 every... Yeah. I think I might do 9 every... I might do 9 or 3. 9 is a lot. Maybe I'll do 3 or 4 every episode so that we can be done. Because I do want to read everything, but like we've read it before and it makes no sense for me to spend all that time on there. Okay, so the Shadow Dragons. On Tevinter Templars. When one mentions the Templar Order, you no doubt picture the armored members of the Southern Chantry. These Templars are trained to combat uncontrolled magic, blood magic, and abominations with the goal of protecting people, including mages themselves, from the most violent manifestations of magical power. However, they also embody the Southern Chantry's control over mages and enforce many of its strict rules and regulations over magic in general. In addition to combat training, these Templars ingest lyrium. This mineral, usually used by mages for enchantments and rituals, grants Templars the ability to resist and dispel magic. The fact that it is also addictive, chaining them to the chantry and resulting in paranoia, obsession, and ultimately dementia, is often swept under the rug. Yes, we've heard all about that dirty little secret. As you may have surmised by my use of Southern Chantry, this is not the case in the Tevinter Imperium. In Tevinter, we know that magic can only serve if it is allowed to flourish. We do not suppress talent, we nurture it. That is not to say that we ignore the dangers of magic and what it might allow those with violent intent if not combated. As in the South, our Templars are trained to prevent the excess of blood magic and to subdue demons as well as those inflicted by possession. But our Templars do not take lyrium, they do not enforce unnecessary regulations. They are not given power over mages, but follow the lead of our most esteemed magisterium. They serve the Chantry and the people of the Imperium. I must admit, I rather prefer our way of doing things. From a letter written by Letizia Palace, living in a border town in the Tevinter Imperium, to a cousin in Olay in the 15th year of the Dragon Age. Ooh. Okay. So, I'm still going to be reading Word of Thedas just because I. Oh, look at the library. This is where Neve is. Look at Varric. Ha! Look at Harding. Okay, so. Uh-oh. What am I doing? No. Shoot. I wanted to see if there was a missive I could read, but I want to still go around to see if there's anything else I can check. 3 meetings face to face under the sky. Huh, interesting. Oh. Huh. This door is locked. Oh, okay. That's where the eluvian is. Let me just... I know you want me... Okay. Damn. It is so pretty. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Really well. Utterly well. Fucking hell. It's so pretty.
Look who's with us.
We're really in the Fade.
Land of raw magic, nightmares, and this, apparently. It's a lot to take in.
Harding thought we should talk about what comes next.
She's not wrong. But if you need a breather, can't hurt to look around first.
I love Nev's voice. It's deep, it's gravelly, it's croaky. It gets me. Yo. I've learned a skill. Okay, so I am now a level 2 rook. 3 points. Oh, okay. The greatest warriors balance their offensive prowess with a sturdy defense. Weapon swap. Tap the bottom lower key to toggle between your 2 weapon configurations. Charged attack. Hold. Okay. Oh, so if I hold it, I always thought I had to hold R2. Sprint attack. Okay. Oh, so if I move forward, like in a sprint, and then I tap one of the attack button, I can sprint attack. That is actually pretty cool. Jump attack while airborne. Oh, dodge to roll out of the way. That's what I should have double tapped it for the Pride Demon because he kept whooping my ass. Hold L1 while activating your shield. See, I can tap L1 at the right time. It is... Oh, okay. So... Huh. Okay. Okay, so let me see. Driving kick, which is already great. Shield volley. Yeah, but I don't really do with shield, so... Okay. Ah. Okay. So, hold up. Huh. Jump attack guarantee critical hits if the target is knocked down. Because I like to do a lot of rolls. Yes. Okay, awesome. Um, I could go back, but I do want to talk to Neve and Hardin first. So, oh, is anybody here? Content marked with the conversation icon will eventually expire as you progress.
It wasn't supposed to go this way. What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding?
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
I should be asking you that. I got you hurt.
This is a dangerous job. Everyone knew that signing on. There's so much to do. We have to keep going.
My poor baby. I'm so worried about her. Are you sure you're okay, Arden? I worry about you.
Are you sure you're all right? Maybe you should
He
rest.
disapproves.
Yes, Rook. I'm fine. This is nothing. I'm just a little dizzy. I'll walk it off. Or something.
Harding, you can't just...
Oh yeah? Watch me. We need to get back to the ritual site, don't we? Let's stop worrying about me and go do that. Come get me when you're ready to go.
Hardin, you don't need to act tough, my love. Uh... Mm-hmm. Oh, this is the dining hall. Yo. They'll be able to eat and stuff. Caretaker. Huh. Note on a caretaker. This note has a smear of paint on one corner. Have they always been here? There are beings in the crossroads, unknown even to the wise, though the most ancient ones make any domain their own. Certainly, this caretaker belongs here now. I wonder what we look like to them. Need is a scaffold, and the needs of the living ever rise and fall upon it. Hunger, thirst, sleep. Imagine the constant cacophony to one sensitive to such things. Or am I too simple? Wants are fleeting, needs have deeper roots. Perhaps that is why I find this particular spirit's presence both comforting and disconcerting. The prospect that our heart's desire and our truest need could differ or are even at odds is hard to contemplate. Oof. Oh my god, really? We're going to be getting letters and stuff from them? Ah, that is so cool. Okay. Awesome. So, where is Neve? Okay, that's Neve. Because I was like, where's Neve?
Wisps. Figures are in the fate, but I swear they're following me.
You all right?
You're so
Strange
pretty.
place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
I know Varric wanted you for the job. You know the same about me. It's a start.
Should I flirt? Of course I should always flirt, but... Because she's flirty and she's hot, so...
I'm not sure stopping a ritual is the best way to meet someone.
So much for first impressions.
Here's hoping I'm better on the second.
Well, you're not bad so far.
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solas changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
Should we start with the big goal? Once again, she doesn't know Neve as much for her to be this friendly. Because I do think Purple Rook is more friendly, so we'll figure things out.
We'll figure this out. I'm sure of it.
Really? Do you know something I don't?
No, we just... Well, we have to, right?
Yeah, that's the job.
Okay. So... Once again, like I said, she's friendly, she's flirty, but her flirting does not necessarily mean her emotions are in there, right? She does it as instinctively as she breathes. That's Larimer for you.
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey, Varric made his choice to go talk with Solas. He knew the risks. We all did.
And now Solas is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solas called it the Lighthouse.
He did? When?
Well...
Sorry, it was while I was unconscious. Solas appeared in my dream.
Really? I'm glad you're all right.
From what I saw, he's trapped in the Fade now. Not here, but some kind of prison.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
To be fair, yeah.
Solas can speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
He said our connection wasn't strong enough for him to do that. He could only reach me because I bled at the ritual site when I got banged up.
So Solas is using blood magic? Like any normal mage would to play with your mind?
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
This is the reason why they seem so contradictory in the scene with Varric. They just do not agree.
The gods of my people were incredibly powerful. I don't mean they were powerful like a skilled mage. I mean they destroyed entire cities. They shattered mountains. So no, they might not literally be gods, but they're a lot worse than whatever you're thinking.
All right, well, we've stopped the ritual and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solas can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything, but we're not out of danger.
No, we're not.
What do you mean?
Solas had 2 of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
2 for the
Solas
price of
thinks
1.
this'll come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild. Those are...
Elgurnon and Gillenane, 2 of the ancient elven gods that Solas rebelled against.
She's not going to... Like, sure, it's her fault, but she's also... Technically, they are stronger than Solas, but... To be fair, they are worse than Solas.
Solas warned me about them being evil, which is pretty rich from the guy who just tried to tear down the veil.
You don't believe him?
No, that's the problem. I do believe him. He said they were horrific tyrants.
Tyrants so powerful, elven history remembers them as gods.
Solas says Elgurnon and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have 2. And
Yep.
they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
Yep.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that, without Varric. And you're still getting back on your feet.
I'm fine. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
We need to investigate. Figure out what we're dealing with before we rush in and make things worse.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
Well, to be fair, Hardin, you're injured. I feel guilty. Like, Larima feels guilty because she brought you along because she felt connected to you by virtue of her history and her childhood. But Neve is right. We need to get our facts right and investigate.
If Elgarnon and Gillenane are worse than Solas, we can't go in blind. We need to know what they can do and what they want.
But we only have Solas's word about all of this.
Then let's go investigate for ourselves. We'll find out what we're dealing with. And then, we take our shot.
Is it that easy?
Fine. The eluvian led us here instead of back to Minrathous.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site. Maybe we can find some clues at the scene of the crime.
Harding, are you okay to go?
I'm not gonna sit back while elven gods destroy the world because I have a headache.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The eluvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
Hardin, that is more than a headache. That is the queen of understatement, people. What does she mean by I have a headache? Girl, that is more than a headache. What are you saying? Because I have a headache, my ass. Let's find the eluvian room. Gather team. Eee! Okay.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that eluvian.
If it even takes us back to Arlethan.
Harding, you sure you're up for this?
I'm fine.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Hardin.
Well then. Shall we?
Let's do this.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right. Let's take a look around and see if we can find any...
Oh shit.
Strife? Irlin? It's me, Lace Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back in Arlethan?
It's complicated.
I can see that.
Rook, Neve, this is Strife and Irlin. Varric and I met them when we first started hunting down Solas. They're veil jumpers, experts in ancient elven magic.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's, sorry,
Solas's ritual, isn't it? You all were supposed to stop him.
We did? Sort of. Now, so role playing as Larima in this scene, she does not know Ireland or Strife. This is her first time of meeting them, so she's not going to be jokey with them. Like, no. She's not going to be conciliatory or tried and all of that. No, so she's going to be semi-confrontational. She matches the energy you bring.
Didn't see you volunteering. We put our lives on the line to stop Solas, and we stopped him.
And we've got the scars to prove it.
Sky's not ripping itself apart anymore, is it?
All right. You stopped Solas. So why is Arleth neck deep in wild magic?
Solas was dragged into the Fade when we interrupted his ritual, but something else got out.
Someone else, supposedly. Elgornon and Gillenane.
Mithalanast. Two of the elven gods of old. The Evanuris.
Shit. If they're back in the world, that explains a lot.
Yep. Like, she already established that, she believes Solas, right? But what about the gods?
Anything you can tell us about these gods?
Solas might be a bastard, but compared to the Evanuris, let's just say they weren't known for being kind rulers.
There's a reason Solas led a rebellion against the Evanuris, and a reason he imprisoned them.
But now they've escaped.
Tareth is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of Veil Jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Bellara Luthe. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. Then you two get your friend back to your camp and we'll find Bellara.
So she's still hurt. She doesn't want to admit it. And Larima knows, because Larima, the thing about being a member of the Lord of Fortune is that you've worked with a lot of hard-headed, like compatriots, especially ones who do not want to accept that, stuff is wrong. Also, I cannot, like, we're getting all the cameos from the books and all the other materials, but never mind. I got distracted. The best way from Ari's experience is make them think that they are doing something else that would get them out of the way. So she's aiding the Veil Jumpers.
Harding, I need you to stay with Strife and Ireland, all right?
What? No, I'm coming with you.
You're a great shot, Harding. You can help the Veil Jumpers here. They need you.
Fine. Since they need me.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper camp. It's just south of here.
Bellara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
That is stunning. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is beautiful. That is so lovely.
Is it me, or is there something strange about this fog?
I've never seen fog like this. Something's not right.
So I am going to end today's stream right here. Honestly, this has been great. So far, there were a lot of things we were able to tick off, right? We had the prologue. We have seen the Lighthouse. We helped stop. My kitty cat is here. We are setting off right to find Bellara. So I'm guessing that Bellara's recruitment mission is next. So yes, I do think that, and we're about to help the veil jumpers. So I do think that we're in a good space, and so I would end today's episode here. Once again, a huge thank you to everybody, whoever is watching this right now, for taking the time to follow me on this. Let me know. I have some questions if you're also playing the game along with me. The question for today: who did you take with you to stop Solas's ritual? Did you attempt to comfort Hardin, or let me rephrase that: did you attempt to comfort whichever companion got injured, right, throughout everything else? And thirdly, did you bring, like, how exactly did you resolve the issue of Hardin insisting on coming along with you, right, to find Bellara? So what option did you choose with that regard? Those are like the three questions I have. And yes, so let me know in the comments. As I always say, I am holding the comments. There's a little bit of a hold, just to, for moderation purposes, to be certain that like the responses I get are responses, like they are not people being bigots or attempting to spoil the game. But I hope you're enjoying Dragon Age the Veilguard so far, and I will see you tomorrow, because I will be putting up these videos every day, to take you all along on my playthrough and also get your thoughts on how the game is going for you as well. But yes, so once again, thank you. Do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel, as you can tell. It is very new, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.